What are the procedures for foreign banks to establish a branch in the Republic of Korea? Foreign banks looking to open a branch in Korea need to follow different procedures according to the two types of branches they want to open. You should go through different preliminary authorization and authorization procedures depending on whether you're opening your first branch in the country or additional branches. Foreign banks applying for establishment of their first branch in Korea should obtain preliminary authorization and authorization. The documents required for obtaining preliminary authorization are as follows. The applicants should basically fill out an application form for preliminary authorization and prove that the representative who signed the application form is the legitimate representative of the financial institution applying for authorization. As credit financial institutions, you should also meet various requirements, such as the sales status and management of overseas branches. The sales status, annual report, BIS capital adequacy ratio, and details for the past 3 years are more important than anything. The documents, after being prepared, should be submitted to the Consumer Service Center, and the foreign bank will receive authorization for establishing a branch within Korea after going through the Financial Supervisory Services examination process. There are requirements that should be met by the headquarters of the foreign bank looking to open a branch in Korea. They should be established according to their home country's legitimate establishment procedures. Applicants should have authorization to operate a banking business from their home country, and their financial status and business conditions should be sound enough to ensure user protection. The FSS also examines whether the foreign bank has systematically managed the operation of domestic and overseas branches. Please remember to check the different qualifications that branches of foreign banks should meet. The branch should have the operating fund, organization, and personnel necessary for managing banking business. The operating fund is categorized into Capital A and Capital B funds according to the Regulation on Supervision of Banking Business, and each branch should have at least 3 billion Korean won of Capital A funds. Capital B funds should be within 200% of total capital of Korean won funds and long-term borrowings from the headquarters due after 1 year or more. The branches should have business facilities and computer systems that correspond to the scope of work and size, as well as risk management, internal controls, and credit evaluation processes. Information required for a domestic financial institution's proper supervision should be provided. The qualifications that the branch manager shall meet according to Article 5 of the Act on Corporate Governance of Financial Companies include abundant expertise and experience in management, diligence, and no problems identified related to the person's management capabilities. The person is considered disqualified from being a branch manager if he or she has been sentenced to a fine or heavier punishment and is still on probation, or if 5 years have not passed since the date of exemption from the sentence, even if he or she completed the sentence. Do foreign banks have to obtain both preliminary authorization and authorization for establishing their first branch in Korea? Is there anything else to prepare? The authorization step is about submitting documents that can prove the applicant's ability to carry out the preliminary authorization requirements. The first document applicants should prepare is the application form for authorization. The second document is document proving the legitimacy of the representative of the financial institution and a written pledge that the applicant will be compliant with the laws and regulations of the Republic of Korea, the orders and instructions of financial authorities, and that financial institutions will observe agreements between each other in conducting business activities in the country. Next, applicants should submit a document proving that they obtained authorization to run banking business in their countries, and documents that can prove their capability to carry out other preliminary authorization requirements. Now, what is the procedure for adding new branches in Korea? There is a requirement to be met for establishing additional branches in Korea. The foreign bank branch already established during the year should have sound business conditions and be compliant with relevant laws and regulations. Just like establishing branches for the first time in Korea, the qualifications for opening additional branches include operating fund, organization, operating system, and internal controls. In addition, the sales plan of the branch to be added should be acknowledged. Foreign banks also have to go through both preliminary authorization and authorization procedures for adding additional branches. The documents required for preliminary authorization include the application form for preliminary authorization, documents proving that the representative who signed the application form is a legitimate representative, and documents proving that installing a branch in the Republic of Korea does not violate any relevant laws and regulations within the applicant's home country. The supervisory authority also reviews the sales status, annual report for the past 3 years, BIS capital adequacy ratio, and details for the past 3 years, branch operation plan, sales plan, and timeline to accurately examine the safety of the additional branch to be installed. The documents required for applying for authorization of new branches in Korea are the same as adding additional branches. Applicants should check the following requirements to be met for authorization based on the preliminary authorization documents as evidence. Seoul Financial Hub, located on the 16th floor of one IFC in the Yeouido Financial District in Seoul, is supporting overseas financial institutions' early settlement in Korea. Seoul Financial Hub is looking forward to helping you make your way into Korea.